Okay, we are now joined by today's runner-up, Kyle Larson, and we're going to go straight into questions for Kyle. Our first question is going to come from Bob Pockris. Go ahead with the question, Bob.
Yeah, Kyle, do you, I mean, looking back, would you try to push it more on that last run early, or do you feel like you had to save something there for the end because of the long run?
I mean, no, I was pushing the whole time. Every lap, really, from when I left pit road, I was trying to get out to a big gap, but I never really did. You know, I think I extended it a little bit, but not nearly enough. So, you know, where before the other green flag stops, you know, I could exit pit road, and I feel like I'd gain a few seconds over the course of like 20 laps, and I was hoping it was going to be like that. You know, I thought, you know, me having to race him and pass him was what used my tires up the little run before. But after the green flag stop, it was just, you know, he was just really good, and I couldn't get out to that gap that I could earlier in the race, and ultimately just had to run my tires too hard to try and get that gap, and then, you know, I didn't have anything there at the end.
Do you think if you had gotten by Logano at all or quicker that you would have been able to hold off Ryan, or was he coming so fast that didn't matter?
I mean, it's hard to say. I definitely would have had a better shot had I gotten by Logano when I got to him. But yeah, I mean, it just was hard. You know, my tires were pretty much gone at that point. I was sliding around, and you know, I just didn't get through traffic good at the end.
Thank you.
Our next question will come from Jim Utter. Go ahead with the question, Jim.
Hey, Kyle, with 56 laps in the final run on the tires, would you have hoped for a late race caution, or did you think that you guys would be able to navigate that distance and keep the lead?
Well, initially, yeah, I mean, I wanted to go green because I'd been so good on the long runs. But then when I realized that, you know, he was better than me and he was catching me there at the end, yeah, I was definitely hoping for a caution just to get some new tires on it and hopefully come out the leader and, you know, control the restart and try and win that way. Because I knew I was in trouble, but it didn't play out that way.
Thanks, Kyle.
Great. Our next question will come from Steve Conley. Go with the question, Steve.
Kyle, I'm curious in regards to the track surface. It's asked all the time if this place needs to be repaved. What is your opinion? Is it past the point of raceability, and does that need to happen sooner or later?
I mean, I enjoy surfaces that are wore out. You know, where you can move around. So, you know, I hope this place doesn't ever get repaved, but I feel like each year, you know, we talk about it more and more. So we'll see what they do, but I enjoy it how it is. I mean, you know, if it's not repaved, it's a totally different style race. I mean, it's kind of whatever you're into. But for me as a driver, I'm into this style.
And with today's performance, when we looked at Texas and we looked at Kentucky or Atlanta the second time around, what is your expectations for the rest of the season for these types of racetracks? Yeah,
our Hendrick Chevys have been really good on the mile and a half. Really, I mean, every track so far this season. So I'm excited to go to the racetrack every weekend. But, you know, I with getting my win at Vegas and then being good today on another mile and a half, I think I look forward to the mile and a half the most. But, yeah, just fun to have cars that are this good, and it gives us confidence as a team each weekend.
Thank you.
Next question will come from Jordan Bianchi. Go ahead with the question, Jordan.
Hey, Kyle, kind of following up on that a little bit. What is the ceiling for this team? You mentioned the win at Vegas. Today you guys were dominant. What are you guys capable of, and does this give you a kind of hope for the rest of the season you guys can do something special?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to win today to really pick up some momentum. But, yeah, I mean, we've had the fastest car most weekends. So if we can continue to evolve and continue to get better, yeah, I mean, we can do great things. Our pit crew's been really good. Our car's been really fast. So I feel like for the most part, I've been doing a good job. So with all that and Cliff and all the guys making good decisions on the box, yeah, we can definitely go out there and keep contending. And if we can contend as much as we are, yeah, I mean, we can win a lot of races.
Is this the first time in your career where you're going to every track on a week-to-week basis when you feel like you can dominate and win every single race?
2017, we were really strong. Probably not this strong. But yeah, I mean, 2017 also, you know, I was a little bit like surprised that we were that good, you know, early in the season because normally we weren't. But once I realized, you know, we were, you know, a top 2 car to the 78 at that time, you know, I felt like I could win every time, but I didn't really, from what I remember, like dominate races like I did today. But yeah, I was confident in like I am now.
Thank you.
Our next question will come from Alex Gaze. Go ahead with the question, Alex.
Hey, Kyle. Just a non-race question for you. You know, NASCAR put out a tweet before the race honoring the victims of the Atlanta spa shootings earlier this week. Just curious, your thoughts on how NASCAR has done, you know, bringing light to real world issues and bringing that and tying it in with the sport.
Yeah, I feel like NASCAR has done a great job. I mean, you look at everything they did last year, after my deal, and then everything that they did here at Atlanta was great. You know, Talladega, and really throughout the whole season, they've continued it through now. So, yeah, the real life stuff hits hard with everybody, and you know, I feel like NASCAR as a sport's done a great job to get ahead of it and honor those people.
And just as a follow-up to that, just how were you personally able to process this week?
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't, you know, pay too much attention to it, but obviously, you know, me being Asian American, I started noticing it more and more, and it definitely, you know, hits closer to me probably. But yeah, you know, hopefully things will get better in our world, and it's just a terrible time for Asians, and you know, I hope it gets better.
Our final question for Kyle is going to come from Alan Cavana. Go ahead with the question, Alan.
Yeah, and Kyle, I had a question on a similar front. I mean, all the work you've done away from the track in the past year, you know, how that has affected your mind when something like the spa shootings do happen, and your reaction to them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I did do a lot of stuff last year, and it's definitely opened my eyes to, you know, how people are treated differently, and you know, that's something I never really paid attention to before. So, you know, it stinks that, you know, somebody can be treated differently because of their race or the color of their skin. So that's really what I learned a lot about last year, and so yeah, it definitely means more to me now than, you know, maybe it would have in the past after everything that I went through.
It's not necessarily anyone's responsibility, but when you do have a platform, do you feel the need to be more forward on any issue when something does come up?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think us as athletes, for sure, you know, we have powerful voices, so we can try and, you know, lead a change. So it's definitely important, and like, you know, we mentioned earlier, NASCAR has done a great job on these topics as well.
All right, thank you.
And Kyle, thanks for taking the time. Good luck next weekend on the dirt at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Thank you.
Good deal.